Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Why are you looking at me? We're back. We took a week off because I had some medical issues going on. I posted a little bit about it on stop it.
I'm not saying anything.
I posted on all of, stop it.
Hey babe, I think they heard you. You posted on all what?
I posted on all of our Instagram accounts, so like our joint, my personal, my brand, just saying that I was going through some medical issues, but everything was okay. I don't have COVID or anything like that. We want to keep the specific detail of what happened between us, but basically I'm feeling better, thank goodness. That was a rough week, but
praise the heavens.
but we're back. This is our last day of, like, I guess, recovery, your last day of day off, like time off, and I just couldn't sit in bed anymore, so we got up and we're filming a video so that we can get back into it this week.
Heck yeah, we did.
Yeah, so what are we doing today?
So today we're gonna talk about so we've been married for 7 months together. Woo, yeah. And we've been sharing our journey with you guys this entire time, so we want to not do a recap, but just bring up things that came up in our marriage that we want to talk about, like good things and bad things, things we loved, and how this whole journey have been for the last 7 months.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should start with favorites and least favorites.
Okay, you got it.
And what I mean by least favorites is just like, so far being newlyweds, what was something that we either weren't expecting as like a problem or just like a trial that we had to overcome, you know, because you're in like head in the clouds when you get married and like you're in that honeymoon state, but it eventually
I want to start with the least favorite.
Oh.
So Staria, this girl right here, she gets extremely scared of thunder and lightning. And when she does, she like curls up into a little ball.
I don't curl up in a ball. When I see spiders, I like fold myself in half. I'm like,
hey, that's my second thing. But yeah, she gets terrified, and I don't know what to do. So wherever we are, whenever it's traveling, if we're driving in the middle of nowhere, and the weather, like if clouds start popping out, she'd be like, "What is that?"
I get like, well, this was our last video. Literally me talking about this, where I like my anxiety skyrockets. It's very bad. And
thing number 2 is she's extremely scared of spiders. It doesn't matter what size they are. She sees a spider, she's panicking.
Yeah.
Last thing that's a little challenging for me is she's like extremely organized and I'm not.
So, oh, that's my thing. That's your thing. That's my thing. He's so messy. I will say.
So for her, so messy is like not it's normal.
Yeah, he's not that messy. Like, well, we were cleaning up for this video for it to look nice in the background. I come around the corner of the bed because I haven't been over there all week because I've been in bed sick, and there's like a mountain of clothes.
Keep in mind,
and dishes.
She couldn't move.
A pizza box.
So I have to run downstairs, and run wherever she wants me to. So what I did is I kept 3 types of clothes on the side of the bed. My store clothes, my work clothes, just in case I have to go to work, and my run downstairs clothes. And so I can be on the run whenever she wants. So she doesn't know that, or the things that I do, And so she come around the corner, she said, "What is this?" But overall, I'm not the cleanest, but I'm also not super messy.
He's not
I'm just gonna
super
tell
messy.
that.
Well, it's not that he's like messy. It's just that I have a system in how I organize stuff, and like he could care less. So like I am that wife that puts his clothes away because it makes me
not because
happier.
I make her. Or
no,
ask
he doesn't make me. It's just because it makes me happier because I know his closet looks like all beautiful and nice. Like he literally is like, no, I'll put it away, and I'm like, no, I will put them away.
Which brings me to step number 4. She can be pretty scary.
Yeah, the first time he saw me filming a video, he was like, "I'm never coming with you again to film a video because you just get super intense."
She just has like this stern look on her face, and she's like, no, everything has to be right, and it's just like, whoa, this is not my scene, you know. I gotta go skate. Yeah, those are, other than that, like those are the negative things of our relationship so far, and honestly, they're not that big of a deal.
It's
like
not.
most of them, I just look over. The scared thing is kind of hard, but it rarely happens. It doesn't happen that often, and everything else like is. Like, I don't even notice any other problems, so.
It's really just, like, getting to know the other person and being with them literally 24/7. Like, there's going to be stuff that you just didn't recognize before, especially since we didn't live together before we got married, so, I don't know. Like, one of my things, this isn't a thing anymore, but I used to, like, I would do everything possible to make sure he didn't hear me going to the bathroom. Like, I hated when it was, like, at night and it was so silent in the house and, like, he could hear me peeing. Like, I just think that's one of the most unattractive things is to hear or see someone going to the bathroom and...
now she can care less.
Now,
whatever time, I just heard the dripping sound and I'm like, alright, she's in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got over that really fast. But that was, like, honestly up until, like, this month. I would say. I didn't like you, like, hearing, I don't know why. I would say with the whole, like, my fears thing, you did not handle that well at all the first time you witnessed that, like, at all. He literally just, like, left me on my own. He was like, I don't know how to help you, see ya. And I'm like, there's a tornado coming, like, I need you. You're my husband. So that pissed me off. But I forgive him, and he's gotten so much better.
I'm trying. On that note, since we've been talking about the negatives, like, if you're getting into a relationship, if you're getting into a marriage, and you haven't been living with the person, or if you're moving in with the person, just keep in mind that the arguments that come up or the negative things that pop up, they're not the end of the world. Honestly, like. Staria and I, we do argue, right? But it's more like a debate kind of thing, where no one's really getting angry. Yeah. And the reason that is because we realize that there's no point in arguing or being upset, There are times when we do get upset, like I'll get upset and I'll go quiet, and then Staria will get upset and she'll go quiet, or she'll just bring it up like, why are you quiet? What's going on?
I'm a very confrontational person.
And then we just talk it through. None of us really wants to be right that much, so we're just like, okay, what's the issue? Let's talk it through. And it helps a lot with the relationship. There are some tough times, but you talk through it, you get through it, and you move forward. And so if you're thinking of moving in with someone or getting married, keep that in mind, that your relationship, always go back to why you're with that person. It's always more important than the current argument that's going on, or the current annoying thing that they do.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, favorite things that we like so far about marriage. Honestly, I love living with someone. I did not think that I would ever say that, because growing up, I was like, I can't wait to live on my own. I want to live on my own forever. Like, I just want to be a loner. But I love, like, when I know that you're coming home for the night, I get super excited. I love, like, I guess making dinner. Like, I'm getting better at cooking, and, like, I actually look forward to just, like, doing what I can for the other person, which is really weird for me because I don't usually think about other people.
She stalks me, guys, basically.
I do.
We're on Finding Friends, and I'll come around the corner and park a little bit to do some work stuff. And she'll be like, I know you're close by. I know you're outside. I love the fact that, like, you're not tackling something on your own anymore. Like, for instance, I'm super ambitious, super motivated, but I'm not the most organized person. And so having someone that's opposite of me, that's very organized, whenever we set goals as a couple, we're able to achieve them from two different angles, right? Which makes us one. And so that's something that's really amazing to me. And the fact that, like, so this is crazy, because when you're single, you have, when something bad happens, you have your friends, you have your parents or whatnot that help you get through it. But when you're married, you have someone on, like, a whole nother deeper relationship and understanding, and someone that loves you so much that they're there for you no matter what. You know, your biggest secrets, your darkest secrets, your little moments of joy, like they're there to share it with you, and be happy for you more than any other person because they've seen your journey and they're currently a part of your journey. And so that's something that I really love about being married and being with Staria is that she cares for me about those things that no everyone else overlooks. And they may not even know about, but those are the things that I have going on, and she knows about them, and she knows my goals and all of that. And so that is a huge part of why I just love being married.
This past week just really made me realize that it's so nice to have like a different type of love in your life. Like you have your love from your mother, which motherly love is like awesome, and just like family in general. You have your love that you get from like your friends and people that you meet in life, but having love from like your partner is so different, and it's like so much deeper. It's not like it's better or anything, but it's just like it's an amazing thing to feel. And this past week I really felt that so strongly because of what we had to go through together, and it was amazing. Like you won't feel that love anywhere else. And I'm excited to take that love and in the far future when we start to have kids to like have that kind of love with our kids. And I just think that's so awesome. Like I can't wait to know what that feels like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you couldn't say it better. Another thing that we focus on in marriage, and that's really important, and has been a part of the 7 months of marriage, is goals. Like we have some freaking sweet goals that we've set and have been able to achieve. So one of them is, buying the van, buying Jamal. So Jamal has been a goal for ours. For me, before marriage, I wanted to live in a van. That was about a year or so ago, and I was like, more than a year. It's like 2 year ago. I was like, I gotta live in the van. I want to live in the van.
Which same, except mine wasn't a van. Mine, I just wanted to live in Timothy. That's all.
Then I met Star, and she's like, "Oh, that van sounds awesome to live into. Like, I've been thinking of living on the road too." And I was like, "That's awesome." So, we set a goal that we would buy a van.
And we did, like, not too long after that. I don't even think it was a year later.
Yeah.
No, it was really soon after. I don't know. I mean, we're two people that when we put our mind to something, we really just make it happen. Obviously through a lot of hard work. It's not like we're rich and we can like make anything.
No, definitely not rich.
We just work hard.
We also have a goal to go to every different state in the United States. And actually drop a comment on this video if there's something that you want to see when we go to these different states, like something, if it's food that you want to see, if it's activities that you can do in a different state that you want to see, let us know below, and we will, let you know. We'll keep including those in videos.
Yeah, so this past week, let's talk about that, because this was actually like the worst week ever. Especially for our marriage, and I'm kind of glad that something like this happened within the first part of our marriage, like really soon in, because it was really physically trialing and also very mentally trialing for both of us. Basically, I went through a medical experience this past week that we found out like soon into it that I was diagnosed with something that's going to be with me the rest of my life, and it's very painful. And so that just from the start was really hard for us to wrap our mind around, because it was really hard for Angel to see me literally screaming my head off and crying every single day. I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. I couldn't make myself food. I couldn't get myself dressed. I couldn't do anything. And so that was really trialing for you to just watch that and knowing that you can't do anything. It was really good for us, I think, because it just proved to both of us that our relationship is super strong, that we are really there for each other through anything, and that no matter what comes, like, we'll get through it together. And I know it was hard for you to watch, but you really helped me through it.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through in my life, and just being there and seeing how vulnerable your partner becomes is just mind blowing, and how much they need your help and support at that time is so important. And so this week I had to take I knew how it would affect us, financially, but I had to take the whole week off from work just to be there at her every need. Just, there's nothing that she was able to do on her own.
Yeah,
basically.
I literally couldn't be alone. Like, I couldn't for like more than 10 minutes because I couldn't do anything. I could barely walk on my own.
It was definitely this huge trial, and the amazing thing about it, going through that trial, is that it pulled us closer together. It made me realize, honestly, that anything that comes up in a marriage, like any like small little arguments and things like that, doesn't really matter, because what really matters, and it pulls it out of you this past week, is how much we care about each other. And I really knew even deeper how much I care about Staria, just because I was there for her in every little thing that she needed. Hence the pile of clothes on the side of the room that I could dress and change with. But yeah, no, this experience, and it was so scary, because there was a point where you just didn't know there was going to be an end. If there was going to be an end to it, it was chaotic, it was crazy, and there was no sign that she was getting better. I don't know if we told you guys, but we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so we instantly called. We do what's called a blessing, so we had her get a blessing from.
It took
church
forever
members.
though, just because of like COVID. It's really hard to find people who will leave their house and go into somebody else's house. So I didn't even get that blessing until it was almost a week in from showing symptoms of what I had. And for the first couple days, I didn't even know what was going on. So that was even scarier.
Yeah. So they came by, left a blessing, and honestly, it was a reminder to me during all that time, is that, I, being the man in the family, in a sense, I want us as a family unit to focus more on God and draw closer to Him. And as we do that, we'll be able to draw closer together. Just because that experience really had me just thinking about how much Heavenly Father loves us and how much He was there for us during that difficult moment.
They put me on the strongest pain medication and it did nothing.
Yeah, she was doped up on narco.
I was exhausted. It was just so frustrating that they couldn't do anything to take the pain away, or at least like dim it, seriously the worst week of my life, which is dramatic, but it's true. It was so bad.
But we pulled through, and we were able to make it to today, and I actually get to go back to work tomorrow.
I would say like the type of couple that we are, we kind of just, I don't know, I think we're just like goal-oriented people, and when we want to do something, even if it's just something fun, like eloping on a hot air balloon, I don't know, I think we talk about it, and we talk about how we can get there, and we just do it, with anything, like with the van, with small things, like we're about to get some like money coming our way, and we're like, let's go on like a shopping spree, how are we gonna do this, just like fun, silly stuff. But yeah, we definitely like talk through everything that we do, because we don't want to cause problems if there's something that one of us is out of the loop on. I don't know, we just very much keep each other in the loop on everything, which is good.
No, it is. And I would definitely say we are a couple that push the limits as far as like everything we do. So for instance, like we don't really want to ever settle down in one house and be like that family that, everyone on the block knows us, and we've been there for 25 years and never moved. We kind of want to move all over the place, and just kind of mess it up a little bit and have a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and get some experience in there. And maybe eventually, who knows, maybe we'll give a video one day when we're like, hey, we do want to settle down and we do want to stay in one spot for a while. But for now, you know, the whole U.S. is our house. We have friends all over across the U.S. and we just just plan to stay at their houses and
Seriously.
keep moving. And after that, then buy properties here and international, and you know, we're just spontaneous and do whatever comes up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's about it. I mean,
that's a wrap, guys.
Yeah, sorry if it seemed a little off. I'm still a little off just as myself because of this past week. So
if you look back on this video and go start from the beginning, you'll notice that, you know, I'm very well intact and on top of it. And
I'm slowly going downhill. All right, well, stay tuned for Saturday's video, and yeah, thanks for joining us again. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and comment and follow us on social media and do all that fun stuff.
You better.
See you guys.